it, I guess I wasn't live. Thank you, Riddle
You're not,
Girl.
you're not live. I'm trying to
I
refresh.
know.
I'm like, I don't.
I know. I pressed the wrong button, so I
So do I
apologize.
need to
So,
get out? So do I need to hang up my StreamYard?
no. No. You're on. We're on now. We're on now. Okay. So I thought I'd come on a little bit early. It's still technically early, but we just laid into Minnesota Cowboy Up. Okay, he's in Minnesota, so I guess this hits a little bit home to him. Apparently, he's a Marine, and he follows whatever orders, whether they be constitutional or not, because he's so bought into the whole right versus left paradigm, the Democrat versus the Republican, your conservative versus a liberal, that you can't see tyranny when it's staring you right in the face when he's telling the governors that you either deal with that shit with the National Guard, which is unconstitutional, or I'll bring the power of the military down on American streets, on American individuals, which is martial law. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's considered a curfew after 7 p.m. Bullshit. You think that that's not tyrannical? Get off of Trump's nut and stop sucking his cock, you chode. Anyway, how y'all doing this evening? Yes, you can curse on my shit, bruh. I don't give a fuck.
What's up, YouTube? We're live and fucking crazy.
Hey. No, it gets me a little fired up, bruh. A little bit. Okay, so let's see. I don't hear myself in my microphone. Okay, there we go. I got it now. Okay. So Trump came out today, and I kind of already touched upon that. That's what this chat is about, is Trump coming out with his speech. He came out of hiding of his little bunker. You know, the groundhog came out and saw a shadow. And apparently today's his birthday, I guess. I heard something about Diamond and Silk giving him a happy birthday wish.
Happy birthday to you, Mr. President.
What's up, Mule? How you doing? And guess what? Now that we're running this a little bit differently because we're running it through OBS, but we're also running it through StreamYard, through Irish's StreamYard. That's why his logo is up here and not mine. If Irish wants to, he could invite some people, and we could make this a whole party, but also with the screens. And we can talk about all the tyranny that's rolling down America's street right now. And Minnesota.
Should we drop a live link in?
Ooh, that's dangerous. Well, yeah, you. Well, I mean, I know how we could. Yeah, I know how we could. But that is dangerous. You want to get.
I can approve or disapprove. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I'll tell you what. If Mule comes in and then Minnesota Cowboy Up comes in, oh man, this shit's gonna. Well, Mule's gonna get all pissy and yell a lot, and then he's gonna bounce out of nowhere.
So I think I have to go live.
No, you don't have to go live. We are live.
Let me copy.
Yeah, you just have to send the link, like what you sent me in the email. You would send that email to whoever else you wanted to invite in.
You want me to drop it live into the damn chat room?
No, I don't think so. But if you want to,
four people watching, so.
Well, true. I guess Minnesota Cowboy Up checked out. Nah, bro, Full House, Guns and Family. So another time. All right, cool. So Mule says no, and as far as a live link, I don't know if we get a rowdy person in here, we get all fired up, we might. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip a little bit, and Irish is gonna have a hard time hearing it because this is a strange setup that I'm trying, and I haven't done it before. Thanks for the invite, dude. You know you always got an invite, bro. Anytime. I value your opinion on these matters, and believe me, there is a lot of shit to have an opinion on right now. Right, Minnesota Cowboy Up? You out there protecting and serving? Oh, it is 10 o'clock, as you can tell by the pink lights. All right, we're going to play a little bit of the Trump speech.
Our nation has been gripped by professional anarchists, violent mobs.
First of all, he says we've been gripped by professional anarchists. Anarchists don't believe in chaos. It's a misrepresentation of the word anarchy. Anarchy means that you don't need a ruler, okay? It's not a chaos thing. It means that you don't think you need a ruler and that you can rule yourself. Oh, but what about roads and clean water? Well, you can, volunteerism. It's a lot of that. Anarchy is not chaos. Anyway, let's continue.
Arson.
I did talk to Tony. Did you talk to Tony Mule? Well, I texted him anyway.
Looters, criminals, rioters, Antifa, and others. A number of state and local governments have failed to take necessary action to safeguard their residents. Innocent people have been savagely beaten, like the young man in Dallas, Texas, who was left dying on the street, or the woman in upstate New York viciously attacked.
All right, so right there, Trump is talking about some of the people who've been hurt by all the violence. And believe me, I am not condoning violence. Okay, y'all might think that, at least some people. Doomer SOS, this fuck. I don't know, are you mad at me? Do you not agree? I mean, maybe you don't. I don't know. I think you're a subscriber. I could be wrong. But hey, how you doing? So he's talking about all the violence. Yes, the protests that are looting and rioting and hurting people. Yeah, fuck them. But that shit, ignorants are going to be ignorant and people are going to be stupid like that. The actual protest, and he talks about this in his speech, the protesters that don't mean any harm. He's in the chat. Oh, yeah, he was. Tony was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he is now. He's probably waiting to come back. But the police are firing rubber bullets and tear gas at the people that don't have any weapons and that aren't looting or or setting things on fire. And about the graffiti, who gives a shit, man? It's paint. It's not that big a deal. So I have a real issue with that.
By dangerous thugs. Small business owners have seen their dreams utterly destroyed. New York's finest have been hit in the face with bricks. Brave nurses who have battled the virus are afraid to leave their homes. A police precinct has been overrun.
That's a damn shame.
Here in the nation's capital, the Lincoln Memorial and the World War II Memorial have been vandalized.
Graffiti.
One of our most
Big
historic
deal.
churches was set ablaze. A federal officer in California, an African-American enforcement hero, was shot and killed.
So a cop died apparently in California and got shot. I'm saying this again, even though y'all heard it, except for Irish might not have heard it. So he got shot and killed during the riots. You know what? I mean, who brought the guns first? Who's walking down the American streets, forcing people to get back into their homes? Remember, we're the land of the free. But not after 7 p.m. After 7 p.m., you got to go inside.
These are not acts of peaceful protest.
Street lights come on.
These are
Yep.
acts
Mamas in the
of
streets telling me to
domestic
get home.
terror. The destruction of
Exactly.
innocent life and the spilling of innocent blood is an offense to
Tony
humanity
thought, it
and a
was
crime
long time
against
to
God.
wait.
America needs creation, not destruction. Cooperation, not
Yep,
contempt.
so
Security,
I'm
not
not sure
anarchy. Healing, not hatred.
exactly
Justice, not chaos. This is our mission, and
I don't
we
know
will
what
succeed.
Minnesota Cowboy Up is
100%.
talking about, but okay.
Yeah, well,
guy.
he is. Well, as I said, he is a big time Trump supporter, obviously, and he thinks Trump can do no wrong. And when Trump says take the guns first and due process second, he's okay with that because Trump is his man. Bump stocks? Oh yeah, nobody should have a bump stock. And going around Congress to redefine what the law means with fully automatic, even though that's unconstitutional as hell, it's 4D chess, bro. He's got this. Don't you know he's going to get rid of the deep state and put Hillary in jail?
So I would just like to say no fucking whatever. Who says fucking whatever, bro? Whatever. I'm like so out of here.
He's a Marine, don't you know?
Does he say that any fucking where? Because I don't
Yeah.
fucking believe it.
Yeah, let me
Whatever.
scroll. Let me scroll it up. Right. He says,
Minutes.
"See you chumps on the flip side, and to my fellow Marine, You're a disgrace to our core. I believe he's talking about you, bro.
Oh, how am I a disgrace? 'Cause I posted up a fucking link.
Yeah, you didn't
What a
even
cuck.
you didn't even say anything, did you? Yeah, you just posted
What?
up 2 links.
What a cuck! And if you don't know
Right?
what cuck is, look at the fuck up. I ain't think, bitch.
Just go onto
I
Pornhub and
just
search
posted
for
up-
it.
I just posted a link
Yeah.
as I do with. So apparently you don't know what my channel's about, and nobody's gonna know what your channel's about either. So
Did you check his
You
channel
gotta
out?
do
Because I didn't. I didn't check it out, but maybe you did.
yeah. He's got 56 subscribers.
Ooh. That's about
Where
it.
we go all Q. I don't even know what. He's into horror, loving, and just out to help make the country the best it can be.
Oh, he has gun.
Patriotic
He has gun videos apparently. Riddle Girl, don't get Riddle Girl pissed, man. She'll freaking dock your ass so quick. It's not even funny. She has found people like their fucking address and posted that shit for them. Yeah. Like you talk a big fucking game until you know your address is out there kind of shit. I tell her not to.
Yo, wait till you know more about what I'm talking about before you start running your cocksucker, buddy.
All right.
Because all I did was post up articles for people to read. Because one, you shouldn't take my word for anything. That's why I post up articles for people to read. And two, you can suck a big fat dick. Because I don't know how you're making your assumptions. Whatever. I'm out of here.
Uh-oh. Irish is going valley, girl. I want to get to the comments just a little bit. So Doomer SOS. Okay, I wasn't sure about the one comment, but Trump the asshole. I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't see why people are so caught up in the left versus right. If Obama did this shit, oh my goodness, man, we would be crying from the rooftop to have a boogaloo. But now we're like, oh yeah, I'll stay in my house after 7 p.m. for my safety. You know, freedoms be damned. Mule Team says that Joker is creating chaos. Yes, brother, I get it. That's why you voted for Trump. And I mean, you got it. Let's see. Riddle Girl profile pic is with his girlfriend of the equine sort, and supposedly
she's saying he's a horse fucker.
Oh, okay.
That's what that means, bro. I don't know you, and I'm not gonna call you a horse fucker, but that's what Riddle Girl says.
Well, see, here's the thing. Riddle Girl, she just said I dox people before, and she has. She has doxed people before, but it's not like we dox them, or she hasn't doxed them on public forums, right? What she had done is, no, seriously, there was some really vile people, right? So she found out everything about them, and then emailed it to them to an email that they didn't know that we knew about, right? So all of a sudden they get an email from her with, you know, whatever title that she put in there saying, hey, you commented on this video, here's your address, here's your phone number, you try it again and I'm going to, you know, do whatever I have to do. Anyway, Shell Shock Armory, sup Stinger, long time, man. I'm in Minnesota as well, but fuck that shit. What's up, Shell Shock?
in the house.
HDP? Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
Where's oh, is that Shell Shock Armory? No. Okay, I'm a little bit delayed. All right, that's fine. Shell Shock Armory. Yeah, I've been doing these evening chats pretty much every night right now. It's going to go for a half an hour to an hour depending on the news of the day. Also, you can catch me on Irish USMC Vets channel. You can drop your own link in the chat if you want to, Irish. On his channel in the mornings, we do the morning muster. Let's see.
It's a conglomerate of clusterfuck artery, but it's fun.
Well, it's a little bit more tame because I try to watch my my anger on your channel, and I don't call cop. Well, I mean, I say what my opinion of cops are on your channel, but I don't go full retard on that shit. So
yes, we have a differing opinion, but hey, that's fine. That's why we're here to debate, right?
And you know, now with the world going the way it is, man, I mean, you see these order followers on the American street shooting American people on their own front porch with paintballs or whatever. Right now, it's less than lethal, but when does it escalate? And will it escalate? It's a big question. HDP, what's up, peeps? Hey, how you doing, bro? Thanks for watching. On full homo, look at that beard. Oh, Irish. Yeah, he likes your beard, bro.
Who?
Mule. He thinks it's sexy.
Oh.
Tony,
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
Tony's pissed off at Trump. Fuck Trump all the way down and clown and makeup. All the way clown and makeup, yeah. Okay, so Tony's not a fan. Tony, you going to be voting for him, or are you going to vote for Biden, or are you voting at all? Because at this point, I've always voted. Like, I've voted every time I could since I was 18. And, of course, it doesn't really matter. You get screwed either way, no matter which way you vote. But the one thing I do like and appreciate from the Democrats is they are pretty much upfront and honest. We're going to come and get your guns. And then when they do that, all the Republicans that are in the House and the Senate, they all, oh, we need your support and we're going to stop this. And they actually do what they promised to do when they were asking you to get elected. It's amazing how Republicans act very conservative when there's a Democrat in the White House trying to take your rights. However, when there's a Republican in the House, in the White House, whatever. We just want to, make everybody happy. Anyway, that's my rant there. Rocking the stream tonight, Riddle Girl. Hey, HG. Okay, everybody's saying hello. No, we went there on the Dragon. Yeah, we did quite a few times. I'm just kind of continuing it here a little bit. Everyone, right in these nuts. Okay, Riddle Girl's on fire. No voting. I'm participating. I'm not participating anymore. He's done. Vote Trump. Complete the collapse. FTP. What's FTP mean? I don't even remember. It's not
Fuck
for
the police.
Yeah. Well, Tony. Tony's
coming straight from the underground.
There you go. Tony's got a little experience with that. Oh, I was gonna play some music too, but then that asshole was on there and pissed me off. Anyway, I'm gonna play this clip a little bit more because that's what I want to highlight tonight. If you haven't seen this declaration of war on the American people, let's play a little bit more.
We will succeed. Our country always wins. That is why I am taking a...
He just said our country always wins. I'm guessing he means wars. We still haven't won the war on drugs, which we never will. And I believe we're still in a war 16 years into Afghanistan now. Whatever. What about Vietnam? Oh, yeah, that's not a war. That's a police action, right?
Immediate presidential action to stop the violence and restore security and safety in America. I am mobilizing all available federal resources, civilian and military, to stop the rioting and looting, to end the destruction and arson, and to protect the rights of law-abiding Americans, including your Second Amendment rights.
All right, so he's mixing in some good points here. He's like, we gotta protect the American people. We gotta protect your Second Amendment rights. How about the 10th Amendment, where you're not allowed to do shit, that's not delegated to you? And he's gonna get into the whole. The whole 10th Amendment is where he's calling down the military and telling the governors what to do. Right? That's just one thing.
Therefore, the following measures are going into effect immediately. First, we are ending the riots and lawlessness that has spread throughout our country. We will end it now.
So I was trying to post up
Today
for
I have
Cockstain, the UCMJ text, but apparently I can't do that. So.
Oh.
And
When I was, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
Trying to fix it here.
All right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we got a new chatter apparently, Emmanuel. Okay, Emmanuel Davis. Is it true Trump is the great deceiver? He went to Jesuit order college and was groomed for the job. I don't know, man. All I know is he was a Democrat for a very long time and now he's a Republican. And it doesn't really matter because Democrat or Republican, they're going to screw you either way. Right? People that are on board with conservatives and Republicans, a Republican, Trump can do no wrong. But he said, I want to take the guns first and due process second. If Obama had said that shit, y'all would be rioting in the streets like they are now. Right? How dare a president say that? Whether they're Democrat or Republican. But because it's Trump, we give him a pass. Bump stocks? Oh, I got to make that illegal. Yeah, in order to redefine what a fully automatic weapon is, you have to go through Congress. Nope, ain't going to do that. We're just going to go to the ATF and have them rewrite it. And if you read how they rewrote that, oh my, does that open the door to just about anything, including any semi-automatic. And now they're trying to pass the same shit using with the 80% lowers. They're trying to do it the same way, going through the ATF. All right. Okay, so let me quick updates. Okay. I'll root for communists before I vote for Trump. Sperm donation mule? What? No way we have to decide to be free. Melina ain't fucking that fat boy. Yeah, I don't know, but at least he's kind of cute. I'm disgusted with them all. That's true. This has been previously authorized in the Patriot Act and the Insurrection Act. Yeah, I know. The Insurrection Act we need to dive into someday because that shit is bad. Irish put up a link. Counterpunch?
Yeah, that's the. It explains that you do not have to follow the duty. It's your duty to disobey any unlawful orders.
Right.
It also gives you the oath that you solemnly swear to do, and then it gives you the UCMJ or the Uniform Code of Military Justice articles and all the information you need to say to understand.
Right.
To accept a lawful command from his superior officer, but to disobey the moral and legal obligation is to the Constitution and not to those who issue unlawful orders, especially if those orders are in direct violation of the Constitution and the UCMJ.
Well, I hope we can get that to more people that are actually in the service right now because they need that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they know.
Okay. Well, I mean, then we got a lot of people that know that shit and still don't give a fuck, unfortunately.
We know. We know.
All right.
And that's I mean, it should be taught to you in your I don't know what the fuck they call it in any other service, but your knowledge, you should learn that.
All right. Tony says that he's not part of the Heaven's Gate movement. Isn't that the ones that drank the Kool-Aid?
Oh, they all died in black Nikes.
Yeah, I like Nikes, but not that much, he says. Mule,
Yeah,
neither did I, but I warned y'all on the Dragon. Yeah, we talked about this on the Dragon for at least a year, man, if not longer. I mean, there was a lot of bullshit, but a lot of truth right there. Thanks for the phone call, Mule and Russell. Thank you. You're welcome. Dude, stay safe out there, brother, because that's some bullshit. And if you need anything, you got my number. Hit me up. You got my support. I'm sure you got other people's support as well. And if this is what we are thinking it is, then that's some bullshit, and they're coming for us all. Right? So with that, I'm going to play the video a little bit more. We only got a couple minutes left on it, and we haven't even gotten to the best part yet.
Strongly recommended to every governor to...
Okay, right here. This is it. Let me rewind that just a little bit. 3614. Okay. All right. Obviously, Irish, you can't hear this, but for everybody else, I want you to pay close attention right here.
Now, today I have strongly recommended to every governor to deploy the National Guard in sufficient numbers that we dominate the streets. Mayors and governors must establish an overwhelming law enforcement presence until the violence has been quelled. If a city or state refuses to take the actions that are necessary to defend the life and property of their residents, then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them. I am also taking swift and decisive action to protect our great capital, Washington, D.C. What happened in this city last night was a total disgrace. As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers military personnel, and law enforcement officers to stop the rioting, looting, vandalism, assaults, and the wanton destruction of property.
All right, I'm going to pause it right there. So that, if you heard it other than Irish, that should scare you down to your core. He just said that he has spoken to all the governors and told them to fix this with the National Guard, or he will bring in the full force of the military. Not to mention now what's going on in Washington, D.C., and Irish, you mentioned this earlier. In Washington, D.C., they're not even using the National Guard. They're already with the full force of the military might and shutting it down there. And believe me, if there's any resistance, it's not going to be pleasant. Let's continue.
We are putting everybody on warning. Our 7 o'clock curfew will be strictly enforced.
7 o'clock curfew, strictly enforced. That's martial law in my book.
Detained and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
If you're out after 7, he's going to hunt you down, prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. Not the Constitution, because he swore to uphold the Constitution. Here in a minute, he's going to say that he swore an oath to obey the Constitution and all the laws. No, just the Constitution.
I want the organizers of this terror to be on notice that you will face severe criminal penalties and lengthy sentences in jail. This includes Antifa and others who are leading instigators of this violence. One law and order, and that is what it is. One law. We have one beautiful law.
We have the Constitution that you're
Once
violating.
that is restored and fully restored, we will help you, we will help your business, and we will help your family.
So he's saying, once we get the rule of law back, basically stopping the riots, right? Once we roll the military down the street and force you into your homes and force you into curfews, and once the rioting finally stops, then we are going to help you get your businesses back and restore your rights and all that. The Constitution doesn't take a break as far as I'm concerned.
America is founded upon the rule of law. It is the foundation of our prosperity, our freedom, and our very way of life. But where there is no law, there is no opportunity. Where there is no justice, there is no liberty. Where there is no safety, there is no future. We must never give in to anger or hatred. If malice or violence reigns, then none of us is free. I take these actions today with firm resolve and with a true and passionate love for our country. By far, our greatest days lie ahead. Thank you very much, and now I'm going to pay my respects to a very, very special place. Thank you very much.
All right, that's it. So there you go. That's what I consider President Trump declaring war on the American people. He just said he's going to be bringing in the military if the governors don't quell it with the National Guard, which is technically, correct me if I'm wrong, Irish, National Guard, military? I believe they're already the military.
They're meant to protect. They're meant to protect the states from a tyrannical government, along with the militia.
All right.
But he did not call in the National Guard. He called in the United States Army, 250 armed police officers, military police officers, to protect the White House, is what the article I posted up.
Okay.
Now, I've not found another article other than the Clinton News Network that Cuckboy was talking about earlier that this was a joke. But, however, it is a news source, and I did provide a link to it, so if you'd like to look for it, it's up there. But I can't find another place that says it. So it may or may not be, but I put the link there for you to check out and do your own research. So.
Right. Oh,
But
Tony says he loves.
They've called.
Go ahead.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
No. I was reading a comment. You were saying essentially they what?
essentially they have called up, according to that article, the United States Army to protect the White House, and it is considered deployment of troops on United States soil. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I
250
mean, after
stuff.
this last weekend and Trump having to spend his last weekend in a bunker, I would imagine he doesn't want to have to do that again because, I mean, they got pretty damn close to the White House, injured some Secret Service, didn't they?
50, I believe 50 Secret Service members were injured.
50.
I'd have to recheck that, but
That's serious.
it is in the morning chat somewhere.
I mean, how many? I don't, I'm not a student of this. I don't know how many Secret Service are around the president at one time, but I would imagine 50 is quite a few. How many? I'm sure there's no way to find out exactly how many there are at any given time, but it sounds like a lot to me, and it sounds like it got really close to getting bad there. So I don't know.
do you feel
Tony,
about-
yeah, go ahead and read it.
I was just reading what Tony was saying. Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead and read it.
I don't. We're not supposed to deploy our troops. First of all, I would like to say if you're out doing dumb shit, go home.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is not the way to make your point by burning down the fucking stores and stuff in your neighborhoods. The poor guy was murdered. And I said in my chat as well that, he could breathe, but the guy had his carotid pinched with his knee, which caused the guy to die. And they released that information today as well, that he did die from circulation problem from the neck, where his carotid were fucked up. So the guy murdered the guy, and everybody's right to be pissed because it is a murder. Doesn't matter what color the guy is, he still was fucking murdered by a cop. However, you're doing yourself a injustice by going out and looting stores and burning shit down because you're playing right into their hand. I can't express that. Go out and protest. Fucking yeah, I get that. But when you go out and you fucking cause damage to your own fucking people's stuff, in your neighborhood, and you're doing yourself injustice. You're not doing anything good for yourself.
Exactly.
So, and now you're gonna get fucking shot for being retarded. So,
Riddle Girl, go ahead and post that link, Riddle Girl. I wanna play that. She says we had some cops here in Phoenix that took a knee with the protesters here, but it doesn't change my opinion. She's still not a fan of cops, but they did kneel in unison with the protesters today in Phoenix. Now these are protesters, not violent arsonists or looters, right? And I think we should all be able to agree that we don't condone looting or rioting like that. But at the same time, I do not condone police hitting people with rubber bullets or the National Guard going down a street in America shooting paintballs at people, telling them to get back in their own house.
yeah, I've not seen the article on that, so I can't. Like I said, I can't. But if that's showing superiority, and you're not. Okay, you first of all, if I'm sitting on my fucking porch and you start firing at me, probably not gonna be good for you. I'm just saying. And you're gonna run into that person, and then shit's gonna get real deep. Then, you're gonna run into that person that's not gonna take that shit, and then I'm sorry, but in the end, only God can judge you. So it doesn't matter if you leave this earth preemptively because some fucking dickhead shot you with fucking rubber bullets or whatever. And if I'm on my property and you come at me and there's no fucking reason for you to come at me, that violence begets violence, right?
All right.
So that's some dumb shit. Now if you, like I said, if you're out fucking burning stuff down and you get shot with a rubber bullet, hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's all I can say about that.
All right.
But as far as you fucking rolling down the street telling me to get off my fucking porch, well, look, buddy, I pay property taxes on that, and it's my property, so you can fuck off. So if you have paintball guns, hey, you guys want to play paintball wars? We'll play paintball wars because you can buy the same CS canister gas paintballs that they can get. So play back with them because there's nothing they can really do to you. Because I guarantee you that they do not have live ammunition. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm not telling you to use live ammunition on them, but hey, everybody's got paintball guns, or you should have, because they're awesome, fucking fun. So play.
Yeah, and see, I'm of the
with them.
persuasion. I'm of the persuasion that you take your firearms, you don't point them at them, right? You don't haul around anything else than lethal, especially when it comes to the American public, because we don't have the same toys that they have by design, right? We can't have fully automatic unless you go through a shit ton of paperwork, and nobody's out there with fully automatic. You can't have all the fun toys. Tear gas and pepper spray and all that shit, depending on where you live, that could be illegal too, right?
Yeah.
So I ain't messing around with less than lethal, right? I'm taking the most lethal thing I can. I'm not going to point it at anybody unless I feel like my life is threatened, obviously. Don't do that, right? But take it and be prepared, because going anything with anything less is just asking for something bad to happen to you, in my opinion. So we're gonna watch this.
Well,
I don't know how long it is.
If you brandish a firearm, that's considered a threat in most states.
Right.
I don't know about yours, but in ours, if you just have it on display, they can say, "Oh my God, I seen a firearm," and shoot you dead.
Well, they can't do
So,
that here in Arizona technically, because we are an open carry constitutional state. So, I mean, we can carry weapons, live weapons, as long as we're not pointing them at people. Technically, it's allowed for now.
And not in a state of emergency, though, because they suspend all your rights.
Yeah, but we don't give a fuck. I mean, come on. Are you seriously? That would be an OTL, bro. Because, like, oh shit, I can't. They suspended the Constitution. I can't go out with my gun. I mean, really. All right, I want to play this. I don't really know how long it is. I don't think it's very long. 3 minutes, I guess. And we're gonna probably close with this. So I just thought this was interesting. This is a news story around me. Phoenix police officers take a knee with George Floyd protesters. These are actual protesters, not rioters, not looters.
Into the streets in cities across the nation for a seventh night.
Some practicing peacefully, others weaving a path of destruction around them. Last night, more than 200 people arrested, mainly for violating an 8 p.m. curfew.
Fox 10's Matt Galka has been covering the protests for days.
Damn, that guy on the left looks so fucking old.
Matt, quiet tonight?
Very quiet, very quiet. A lot different than what we've seen when the sun has gone down the previous 4 nights. This is the 5th night in a row. Behind me, you can see, we are right next to the Phoenix Police Department, and you can see that Phoenix Police, they were ready, they were
Tony
staged,
says
and
John
they were
has a
stationed
long
here
mustache.
For most of the night. There was a long line of officers, and there were protesters here,
Oh, I know.
but no violence, entirely
Code.
peaceful, and this is how it all played out.
Okay, here we go. Here's the part.
Another large group demonstrated around downtown Phoenix, demanding change in policing and marching around city streets. Much of the group kept the march going, but near Phoenix PD, where a large group of officers stood ready, some remained to make their voices heard.
Do I have that from you, sir? I give you my utmost respect.
Phillips was also there. His brother is a DPS trooper. Phillips is literally the definition of seeing both sides.
This is our community. These are our police officers. I'm still calling Barrios when something happened to my son, you feel me? So if I can't call him because I've been throwing rocks at him the night before, I just shot myself in the foot.
And after days of peace and nights of chaos, the interactions between protesters and police remain pleasant. Phillips says there needs to be more action, but not the kind you might be thinking.
I'll ask him right now. You know, I guarantee you not one of these people out here is considering applying for the police department. So if you ain't gonna put your application in and say I'm gonna be that change, then you ain't getting nowhere.
Nice words from James Phillips there. Now, we want to show you a picture that I snapped earlier. Towards the end of the protest, the crowd started chanting, "Take a knee, take a knee." And some Phoenix police officers did just that, met with cheers and applause from the crowd. There were hugs.
Oh, it's not even showing the video.
And it was completely...
Riddle girl, you failed me, brah. You failed me. It didn't even show that. There is video of them getting down on their knees, which I still don't like cops, but I'll give them credit a little bit on that one. All right. Any final thoughts there, Irish?
Stay frosty, my friend. Stay frosty. Know your dope on your rifle.
Yeah, get your gear in order. The wife got a $100 gift card to Amazon for something that she did for work, and she was going to get something nice for it, but now we're looking at gas masks. So, yeah, the Boogaloo might be coming. So
Keep your fingers straight and off the trigger. Don't point at anything you do not intend to shoot. And always know what's behind your target.
There you go. Whew. It's a interesting time that we live in. We can't say that it's not exciting, at least. I want to thank everybody for joining Tactical Tony, bro. It's good to have you here, bro. It really is. John does have a long mustache, by the way. And Mule Team, thank you very much for joining. Riddle Girl, thank you for trying. HDP, dude, you need to make videos about this shit too, or at least maybe comment a little bit more in the chat, man. I'd like to know your take on some of this shit. Riddle Girl's throwing up another link. I don't know where that one's for, but you can click it if you want to get frosty with that. And, stay safe out there. Actually, you know what? Before I go, I'm going to read off the people in the comments real quick, because there was other people. Let's see. We have Tony, Doomer SOS. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And Mule Team already did. Emmanuel Davis. Dude, thanks for joining. HTP already said. And I might be missing. If I am, I'm sorry. Shell Shock Armory. Dude, check back in. I do this about every night almost so far. And I think I already said Doomer SOS. And a very, very warm welcome to Minnesota Cowboy Up, a fellow Marine who is very very salty. He is so salty, bro. He is the saltiest motherfucker. And we also had Cowboy Sasuke, I'm guessing, says by forcefully deploying troops into states that do not need them, causing even more police brutality. That is a great comment. That's way up on the comments. I didn't see him comment once after that, but I really appreciate that comment. We also had, let's see, I think, Sage and Tone says, while actual terrorists are committing acts of war, you're a fucking moron. Speaking to me. So I appreciate your thumbs down, sir. If you do want to leave a like on the video, that would be appreciated. If you want to leave a dislike on the video, that would also be appreciated, as it shows that I have interaction on my video and gets pushed higher on the search results. So thank you very much for thumbsing it up, and thank you very much for giving it a thumbs down. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you want to ring the bell, I do make videos here and there. I am trying to be a little bit more consistent than I have been in previous years. but we'll see. Okay, so Riddle Girl says the link that she just posted was of them taking the knee. It's only a minute. If you guys want to check that out, feel more than free. Irish, are you gonna want to chat any after this, after we're off air?
Sure, I can hang out for a few.
All right, you want to drop a hot link into the chat, and then if anybody wants to come and bitch, Tony, I'm talking to you, then you can come in and we can chat for a little bit until Irish wants to go to bed, because it's kind of late there. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to say adieu, and we'll see you tomorrow. I might play a game later tonight. I don't know, probably not.